I was trying to use this Galaxy wind machine, and it appears as though the blade has fallen off the shaft, which is really irritating because I don't like taking these things apart. But I'll have to do so anyways. Well, actually, I guess I don't take it apart. I was fiddling around with it, and I got the blade resting back on the top of the shaft, and I just gotta press it down somehow. And that didn't work. It fell off again. I'm gonna take it apart. Alright, so the problem seems to be that the blade kind of just slides freely on the shaft. So, I'm not quite sure what to do about this. I guess I'll start by cleaning out any of the oil that could be in the center of the blade there. Never had this happen before. This is kind of an interesting problem. Jeez, this is really stiff. What happened to all the oil that was in here? Well, I guess now that it's open, I'll give it some more oil. Yeah, I did zoom spout last time. I guess it didn't really work. I'm gonna try the blue 3-in-1 this time and see what happens. It looks like the back bearing is going to be the problem, so I have to do the zoom spout anyways. That's the only way I'm getting back there relatively easily. I'm going to have to take this off of here and wheel the rear bearing also, because this is having a problem. I don't think there's anything on the back holding it. The dial was. And now, well, kind of have to remove the switch too, actually. And then you can oil the rear bearing. Alright, let's do some oil here in the rear bearing. This is really not, something is wrong here. Should not be this much friction. I'm gonna have to strip this motor apart and clean out the bearings again. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna strip apart this motor because I don't know, something's wrong here. So, fortunately these motors are pretty easy to work with. Just be careful the wires don't come out of the motor. That's kind of a pain in the rear if that happens. But 4 bolts, just undo here on the back, or 3 bolts rather, for those of us that can count. Alright, we have some gook on the front of the shaft here, which is preventing this from coming off. So, let's see if I can get that stuff off of there. I have to sand it. So, at this point, I'm just going to clean out the bearings, I guess. I don't know what would be causing this problem. I think I want to get the front bearing off, so this is what we're going to do. I have a magnet here, which I'm going to situate under there. Now I'm going to turn this on. I've got a very, very fine file paper here. I'm going to turn this on. Okay, now that's running, I'm going to put this here, and I'm just going to do this. Okay. Now I'll see if this wants to come off now. What that does is it just takes off all the, see there's a lot less rust on here now. This is pretty smooth. And theoretically, the hope is that the bearing, the front bearing will pull off now. My hopes are not coming true here. Oh, yep, there it goes. So now I can clean out both the front and the rear bearings completely, and we'll just start over again, because I don't know what's going on here. So, get a new towel. Now I will clean the rear bearing. You can't separate this rear portion from the motor, otherwise the windings, the wires going to the windings will break, because they go through there. Kind of a dumb design, but that's how it is. And once again I will do the shaft. Alright, I'll put this back in there now. This isn't snapping into place. Okay, now we'll put the bolts back in. Now, let's adjust the motor, get it aligned. So I'm going to do this, which is generally the easiest way to align a box fan motor. This is a rubber handle screwdriver. I wouldn't suggest using a hard one. And it's fine now. I don't know what the problem was. That's pretty good spin down time. I'm going to put a couple of drops of oil in there because you should never have a motor without oil in it, but I don't know what was going on there. Just do 1 or 2 drops for now. And now the back. Begin the assembly process here. just going to throw one screw in there and I'm going to test all the speeds and make sure all the wires are in place. High, medium, low, medium, high, off. Okay. It's working, so now let's put the rest of the screws back in, and I still got to deal with the issue with the blade not staying on the shaft. Now, why does the blade not stay on the shaft? Probably will be looser than ever at this point. Yes. So, okay. I'm going to try tightening this clip. Okay, let's try that. Well, it's better, but it's still rather loose. See if I can get this a little bit tighter. That's better. Yeah, that'll work. It's a little bit on the tight side, but at this rate, I'd rather have it that way than falling off. So, all right, now we get to reassemble this thing, and that's not too fun. Okay, and you gotta throw the knob back on there. Doesn't seem to line up with the thing, but whatever. Let's give it a test run. Hopefully it is working properly. Oh yeah, you gotta tighten these knobs on the stand here, otherwise it'll just go flying everywhere. And power up on low, or that's high, I guess. And it's working. Medium, low. That's much better than it was. Alright, that fixed it. Check spin down time and I'll close out the video. Pretty good. Alright, that successfully fixed it. Thank you for watching, comment, subscribe, and out.